Good afternoon, or is it still morning? We're close, but whatever time it is where you are, welcome. Okay, so y'all getting some of that fall weather, some of that crisp air in the morning. Um, y'all like my lipstick I'm wearing, Bewitched by Level Up Cosmetics, sprinkle sprinkle, and I'm going to be putting the book list of all my books by SheRaSeven at the top so y'all can just see all my books in one place. Hey y'all. All right. So all my books are there in one area. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So we're going to be talking about smart but not too smart. Men like they claim to like smart women. And I made this video before because so many women out here are very smart and they have to conceal how smart they are, or they have to dumb themselves down in order to be able to deal with a man and have him not be intimidated. So let's get into that. Smart, but not too smart. Okay. They want you to know what they're talking about. They want you to understand what they're saying. They want you to ask questions. They want to kind of teach you and look like they are the more intelligent. So when you are talking and conversing with a man, ask lots of questions. Act like half the stuff that you already know, you don't know, and you're just learning it, or you've learned it from another man. Oh, but if you're too smart, they are afraid that they can't impress you, so they just kind of stop trying. Or they fear that you know more than them in some way, and that you may feel a bit superior if you find out that they don't know what you know. So a lot of times women have to fake it, dumb it down, and act stupid because men aren't, I guess, as smart as they used to be. I'm not sure. I mean, there's more school and online schools out there today, but a lot of men aren't as intelligent as they could be. And so, in order for, let's say, a woman to have a decent, in depth conversation with a man, she's not really getting the good side of the conversation because she's having to actually dumb herself down. She's not really learning anything, and she's just pretending for that man. So, her intellectual stimulation is not even being stimulated because she's faking it. Okay. So, a lot of times men have to feel like, the smarter one, but they don't really have what it takes a lot of times to impress a lot of these women who are actually intelligent. So that's another thing that a lot of men have to work on. Like, yeah, money is good, looks are good, intelligence, add that to it. Because a lot of women have written me and they said, well, sure, I already have my own money. I don't need money from a man. I just want someone who is smart and decent and da 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 da. That's very hard to find. We always have these long lists of things that we want. It's very hard to find someone with all of the above. So I say pick a struggle and work with it, baby. Oh, Taisha, sprinkle, sprinkle. Being accused for attending your clients. No idea how to let a man take complete control of contributing my expensive lifestyle. I don't sound smart, but how to dumb myself down if my business is owning a salon. I mean, it isn't, honestly, you don't have to dumb yourself down for that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, it may take a lot to run a salon, but to a man, it sounds very easy. Just show up, make sure everybody dyeing their hair and cutting their hair correctly, and everybody paying. Stuff is entered in the computer, and you file your taxes on time. That's pretty much all most people think running a salon is. So it's not like it's rocket science, is what I'm saying. So I don't think you have to worry about that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say he doesn't want you doing anything. Well, make sure he matches the amount that you make at the salon as your running allowance that is direct deposit into your account every month. So if he can't replace what you make at the salon, then tell him back it up. And then make sure you include the steady increase in business throughout the years. And so his deposits are going to have to steadily increase. Otherwise, you're going to keep doing what you're doing unless he can replace it with more. you know? Yeah, for me, a man can't really tell you what to do with your time and money. That's up to you. He can suggest, he can persuade, he can bribe, and whether you take those bribes or persuasions is totally up to you. But he can't tell you what to do, baby. Okay? If he tells you what to do and you listen, that's up to you, baby. I'm not listening unless it's a good idea and it's gonna make me more money. Okay, that's how you need to be right now. Uh-oh, Dee Dee's Alchemy in the house. A member, sprinkle, sprinkle. And thank you, Taisha, for the donation, but I do feel like it's your choice. So play dumb, but be about your money. But dumb people can be about their money. You can be like, well, you know what? If I give it up, then I'm gonna need you to make sure you replace my money and income with increase. That doesn't sound really smart. It just sounds like good business. And when I say smart, I like smart, street smarts, book smarts, highly intellectual, smart beyond, being super observant, being super aware as well. A lot of times men aren't ready for women who are super quote unquote aware, and it scares them off a little bit. And so a lot of times you're going to run into that issue if you are, very observant and super aware. So sometimes you really have to fake it. And the part that is never discussed is that the woman is not being fulfilled with the same amount of satisfaction as a man is being fulfilled by being with an intelligent person, because a lot of times these guys aren't as smart as these women, so they got to be like faking it still. You have 3 degrees and I don't play it off. Shira has put me on to the game. Yes, we have to fake being smart, or being dumb, as well as faking other things a lot of times, because it almost seems like it's kind of like that Aesop's fable, the tortoise and the hare. Okay, and even though women were oppressed for so long, not able to receive educations and vote and all that kind of stuff and have equal rights, it seems like the men have started lacking more and the women have caught up and gotten beyond the finish line. And it's almost like, okay, so what do we do now? They wait for the hare to catch up to the tortoise. It's too late. The race is already over. So what I suggest is, if you are the type of woman who is very smart, very intellectual, and you can't be with no dummy, yes, definitely go for the nerds or someone who's willing to learn to keep up with you. You know what I'm saying? And that, they could have way more money than you. Doesn't mean that they are as intelligent as you are, but at the same time, if that's what you want, if those are the kind of conversations that you want with the person, then it's still going to be hard if they aren't, open minded or able to learn more or know whatever it is that you want to talk about. Okay. Um, how can you get a good man back? We both made mistakes, girl. I don't. Mm-mm. You could get a good man back if he come begging. There's no going back. He got to, if he wants you, he'll come find you, baby. I don't care if we both made mistakes. He need to be the bigger man, literally, and forgive those mistakes and come back big. And okay, that's what it is to be a woman. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You're the woman. Okay. You said you started to learn nerds as well. This is Bewitched by Level Up Cosmetics. Yes. Y'all need to go ahead and get this. Let me give y'all a little link. How y'all doing? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I will give y'all the whole link to all my lipsticks. Just look through them, and you will definitely see the Bewitched. I also have other fall color lipsticks that y'all can choose from as well. This one stays on 24 hours. Okay, so there it is. All my lipsticks. How to get a dusty to go away? Give them a bill. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Always carry a bill in your purse so you can hand it over. It could be past due. Scratch out your name, get you a little marker. You know, keep a little bill, extra bill in your purse at all times. This was dusty repellent. It's like a cross to a vampire. It's like holy water to the possessed. You just pull out a bill and they will run. Okay. That's how you keep dusties away real quick. You be like, oh, I got something for you. Oh, you got something for me, baby? I sure do. Let's see. Where's that? Oh, that's one of my bills. What are you giving me this for? To pay. You interested? You interested in my bills too, okay? They be gone real quick. Just keep an extra bill in your purse, okay? Or if you're tech savvy, keep one on your phone, like, you know, in your bills paid department. You just pull it up, ask for his credit card information, okay? Some of these questions in the chat, common sense ain't common for you. Okay, so a lot of times when you are smart and you can see past a lot of the game that men run. So this is another reason to increase, you know, your intelligence by reading good books and stuff, and getting some good books this fall to read and get all your knowledge in place where it needs to be so you don't fall for the okie doke with some of these guys. All my books are linked at the top. It's pinned at the top. Y'all can get them. If you can't get money from a man, should you settle for their connections and their knowledge? I don't want their connections. The only connection I want is the direct deposit connection into my bank. What am I going to do with a connection? You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them people that only deal with people because of their connects. I can make my own connects. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the money. Connection does not guarantee money, but money guarantees money. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. And another thing is, I don't care about connections. I'm kind of antisocial anyway. So any connections you got is not going to be something that I'm interested in. I just want the money. Okay, I'll make my own connections. That's my take on it. That's it. That's really my take on it. If you can't, like, if all you have is connections, then you ain't got nothing for me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how people need to look at it, you know. That's like you telling somebody that you lost a job and you gonna need some help for the month, and they try to give you a job application or tell you where they hiring at. No thanks. Either you want to help me or you don't. Which one is it? I can make my own connections. So just think of it like that. Sometimes people give you less than what you deserve. And if you take it, that means that's what you think you deserve. So don't take stuff that you don't think you deserve. Okay? It's like, no, keep your connections. I like money. If you knew me, you know you could give me both. I probably care more about the money than the connects. Okay. How can I feel comfortable asking men for money? I end up shying away and get nervous before asking them in a jokey, nervous way. You can't fear losing them. That's number one. Number one is you can't fear losing whoever it is you're about to tell them about your situation and how you need a little bit of extra help, or if they have any ideas, or, you know, you can't fear losing them. If you fear losing them, that's why you're scared. These need to be guys that you don't care, and either way you gonna win, because either they'll get out the way because they ain't finna give you nothing, or they will give you something. Okay, so if you ask and they say, sure, how much do you need, or I'll help you out, then until they help you out, until they give you that money, don't talk to them unless it's to get the money. But you need to stay focused on what it is you are about, because a lot of men think that they can persuade you, they can sweet talk you, they can, get what they want. And you may allow them to think that for a second so they can get confident. But then when it comes down to that money, that's not where you plan. Okay. So don't fear losing them. If you fear losing them, then don't ask, baby. That means you don't have the confidence within yourself to get what you want, if you are trying to get money out of them. When you feel something for a guy, I look at my book and come back to reality and money. Good for you. What is a good job to get if you are looking for a wealthy man? A no job. None. Honestly, something where you can sit at a desk and like greet lots of men with money. I would say definitely a receptionist at maybe a very nice location, a nice building, a nice law firm, a nice whatever, some architecture firm, whatever. Somebody said country. No, they don't date the help at the country club a lot of time. You got to be somewhere where they got some money. They're gonna date you. All right. When I feel something for a guy, I look. Okay, I already read that one. You said good connections and being humbly and nice can actually take you far. I normally would agree with. That's good, AB. I'm antisocial, so I don't need connections. But if for those social butterflies out there that work in a field where they need the connections and things like that, that's beautiful. I don't work well with others. So I won't need the connections. If they looking for me, they know where to find me. That's how I feel. Like um I would be the connection. That's how I'm feeling. That's just how I roll. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't care about connections. Oh, Vita loves sprinkle sprinkle. But if you need connections in your career and you need connections to thrive, then I understand that. But I still wouldn't take second best from no man who could be offering me money and connections. Why not both? Okay. I would be insulted if all he offered were the connections instead of both. That's all. What what are phrases I can say to ask for money? Like, how can I ask for a calm, confident manner? Do I say, can I have some shopping money? Say it however you need to. If the guy likes you a lot, it don't matter how you ask. You can ask in a sweet way, in a nice. If you're not sure how this guy feels about you, then you can say it in a joking manner. Like if y'all are out to dinner and he's pulling out his wallet and he's paying, like, ooh, where's my shopping money? You know, or like if he's doing something and pulling out his wallet or discussing he needs to buy something, it's like, ooh, let's go shopping. You can't be afraid. I'm not afraid. If you're afraid, then you're never going to build up that courage to say anything. I'm just going to say it. If he laughs, he laughs. In the back of his mind, he knows I need that answer. And his next move is going to depend on how long it's going to take for him to either get some or get ghosted. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Moon princess, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. See, it works as well on men when you put that out there. They feel like if they don't do something or offer you something, that you're going to be gone. And if they like you enough, they want to keep you around. So they're going to do something. They're going to offer you something, some type of shopping spree, some type of money, because you just put the pressure on. Okay. So, and you have to be smart. You can't be afraid. Smart women, they don't have that many fears because they're so smart and quick-witted. You also have to have a sense of humor and be able to laugh at yourself as well as other people. If they're not down for paying for nothing for you, then why are they there? Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. If they're not willing to help you or pay stuff for you, then why are they there? To look at you, to sit down and eat and chew food over the table with you and drink, and hopefully try to get in your pants for free? Okay, fine. If, but at some point they're gonna need to give you some money. You just got plastic bag credit card. How to not go hog wild. He said he will let me know when I'm spending too much. Don't buy stupid stuff. Invest in yourself. That's what I say. That credit card, you need to invest in yourself. You need to buy some inventory, start a business, get your money. That way, whatever you spent is always going to make more money in the future. And you can buy yourself some stuff here and there. But the first thing you need to do is go buy you something and start you a business. Okay? Use that credit card for your inventory or whatever it is. But what I'm saying, I don't, or you can buy some type of online business or whatever. I don't care. But at the same time, don't go buy no bunch of stupid purses. Go invest in yourself to make your money triple and double forever. Okay, that's what I would do. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay, Roxanne, sprinkle, sprinkle. You finally met a millionaire? Wow, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Y'all have a good time. Congrats. Congratulations on getting your money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Y'all say congrats to her. She got one, girl. She got one. All right. Y'all, I saw the funniest thing yesterday. Oh, I left my phone. Oh no, I got my phone. I had to take a picture of it, y'all. I hope I got it. So I was out with my daughters and getting some Jamba Juice, right? And all of a sudden I see this, I don't even know what kind of car this is. It's like a Ferrari or some type of Lamborghini or something. But it has Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. And I'm like, this is the Dusty that got rich. This is the Dusty that got paid. Well, y'all have to see it. Hold on. Sorry about my broken nail, but hold on. Y'all should have seen it. It was hilarious. I had to get it. I'm like, why are you gonna mess up the car like that, sir? It had all these Egyptian hieroglyphs on it. It's okay. It's an artifact now. You said that's young Pharaoh's car. Oops. It is. Is that a hotel car? I don't know. I took a picture of it because I was laughing at it. I'm sorry. All right. Girl, that's the mummy. All right. All right. See, that's the kind of, like, I could have pulled that one, but I don't like that thuggish. All right. Anyway, this is when a Dusty get paid. Okay. So I don't know whose car that is. I'm sorry if it's somebody's car that I just saw it and thought it was funny. I'm sorry if that's their logo or their, like, I don't have nothing on my car. You can't tell who car is mine. I'm not trying to be seen or heard when I'm out and about. What he doing in my neighborhood then? I don't know whose car that is, but they was in my neighborhood, so I had to get a picture because it's okay. Anyway, oh yeah, he a polygamist. Okay, well, it's better than saying he going out to cheat. At least they know. All right, so I like more power to him. You ain't like, I wouldn't ride in that car. I'm sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, do you have another car, sir? All right. How can you learn to flirt? You are so bad and panic and cringe when men try to flirt with me. Girl, get you some alcohol and have a few shots and remember how good you look. Like sometimes women just have to stop. Like honestly, if you're a smart, intelligent, sexy woman, then you shouldn't care. Men are there to serve you. Men are there to see you. Yeah, men are there to beg for your attention, not the other way around. If they start flirting, that means money is in the future. Okay, they start flirting, that means you start talking about um how you need new tires, how you need, you know, how you need something, how you're trying to figure out how to do A, B, C, and D, how your glass is empty and you need a drink. When they start flirting, money is on the way. Start acting like, don't see it as I'm nervous and I don't know how to flirt back. Think about money. Money will get you going. Like, okay, this dude likes me. I bet I can get him to buy me some drinks and possibly some lunch. And go from there. Like, oh yeah. Um, yeah, I'm a little hungry. I was just getting ready to go eat. Well, you want me to take you out to lunch? Where do you want to go? Name the place. You know what I'm saying? Well, well, I was just about to go to work, but I don't have to go. And I was just going for extra hours, but I really need this money. Well, how much is it? Let's go to lunch. You know, stop thinking about other stuff. Be like, um, okay, you like me, that means you're gonna spend. Instead of thinking about how I'm a flirt and how nervous I am. Get that money. You said you had a wealthy man approach you, found out he was married, so I didn't pursue the connection. Should I have? You should have did whatever you wanted. Most of them gonna be married. Okay. How do you get a man to pay for cool sculpting session? Don't tell him you need the money for that. Tell him it's for something else. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Tell him it's to start a business. Do something. Lie. I don't know. Do you consider yourself primarily a businesswoman or a stay-at-home wife? I consider myself a genius because I figured out how to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, then a stay-at-home wife, business owner, YouTuber, author, mother, and all of that. So I consider myself genius, like Kanye West would say. But I consider myself a genius. I figured out how to do it all and have it all. It's not going to be all at the same time, but I figured you can have it all. It's just not going to be there simultaneously. It takes time, energy, effort, and a mind and a vision. You know what I'm saying? So I consider myself more of a genius than anything. Second, I consider myself a mother. Okay. I don't feel like you have to choose. I feel like you could just be what you want. He was offering to take you shopping, but you have no experience in this, so I sabotage it. Girl, you should have just went like, sure, where we going? You pick the store, okay? Pick whatever store you want. Y'all too scared and nervous. Just go get your money, girl. It's like, what would I do? Let them help you. Exactly. Play dumb. Dumb yourself down. Like, oh, really? Let's go. Razu, Raisina, Sprinkle Sprinkle, member. La Peaches, member. Sprinkle Sprinkle. All right. So being smart also is being able to take advantage of the opportunities presented to you. Okay. Not being scared or nervous to let them go by, but to seize them and take advantage of them, whether it's money to go shopping, whether it's money to start a business, whether it's money for what you say, some type of sculpting. Get your money. When do you reveal you are a little smart? A little smart doesn't intimidate people. A lot of smart intimidates people. So never reveal that you're a lot of smart until they try you. You are done, basically. Sometimes it likes to know that you still need them. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, just to feel needed. You said you're smart around guys I don't like. Good for you, because that's how you get rid of them too. You start talking in a whole nother language and using different vocabulary words or talking about some subjects they have no clue about. That also works. Okay. You like acting dumb and then run to treat or help me. Yeah, they like to help dummies. Your man told you you think I'm so smart, baby. I got real dumb real quick. Yeah, sometimes you gotta remember that your intelligence as a woman is not it's only impressive if it's a little and only enough to understand what the man is saying. But if you are beyond that man, keep it hid, baby. He ain't gonna like it. It's so sad that speaking intelligently is a signal that I'm not looking. It is, right? Well, I would say you have to assess the man and his level of education or intelligence, and then proceed on how to speak with him. Sometimes we overestimate these guys because they walk a good walk, talk a good talk, but really underneath it all, they don't have, the intelligence to back it up. So maybe in other areas, and maybe not the same area that you are, looking for intelligence in. So, a man might have intelligence in a whole different area than you do, and maybe you don't have that much in common. Or maybe he feels dumb when you speak about a certain, subject, da da da. Da. So, finding a common ground and dumbing yourself down or something that y'all aren't very well versed in is probably going to be the best option to talk about. Something where y'all can learn something together or not is, intelligent either way on the subject. Um, you say if you want to date a man, that's a nerd. Yeah, nerds never stop learning, so that's a good thing. But make sure they're learning what you're interested in. Mm-hmm. Some super smart men get frustrated with dumb conversations. It's hard to find that balance. Exactly. But imagine if you had one of those type of guys and you preceded their expectations and were actually more intelligent than they were in a more creative manner, then they would be sick of you still. So they're looking for someone in the middle that they can probably teach or impress, because that's what men want intelligence for, to impress. And if you can't impress a woman with your intelligence and she's above you, then it's no longer appealing. Okay. Never outshine the master. 48 laws of power. That's right. Shira, a friend is 3 weeks pregnant by a Dusty. What's your advice? I ain't got no advice. Hopefully that Dusty got a job and she can put him on child support. That's all I can say. I mean, if women want to lay down with Dusty, let them do it. I mean, I, as many gold diggers that are out there, as many fake women talking about give me this money is out there, as many songs and rap songs is out there about this money, nobody should be laying down with a Dusty no more. Okay, it's not even in style. She ain't even on trend. So I don't know what to tell her. And I don't think you should waste your breath. Just Let it be, baby. You said we can't. So honestly, I mean, the only thing you should be on trend is not sleeping with Dusties, okay? That's the only thing that you need to be on trend with. Everything else, take it or leave it. But that needs to stay. He said it's not even in style. Exactly. Nerds take care of their women they love to provide. Yes. It's tacky. Exactly. The 90s and early 2000s dusty trend is over. Yes. You got offered to be a stay-at-home girlfriend in a different country. No. Sprinkle. I'll be a stay-at-home girlfriend in my own country, and you can pop by when you visit. I'm not moving for no man, not for no girlfriend. You gotta be, look, wear my ring, wear the marriage license, wear my jewels, my gifts. I'm not doing all that. That's not good. That's like girlfriend. Moving a whole I wouldn't even move a country for a husband. I'm like, nah, if you like me, you're gonna stay right here. Or you gonna move over here. I'm just not gonna do it. You come over here, sir. You said raising standards is a trend now, thanks to Shira's hard work. Yes. Yep. In the good old US of A. Acting dumb and that acting dumb. Do that less. See how a man will look at you. Oh God, here come a dude. Women who act dumb to save the man's ego. I'm trying to tell y'all. Look, here come a dusty dude. Okay, here we go. So many women have had to dumb themselves down because as soon as they showed their real intelligence, the men were actually dumbfounded and actually less intelligent than that woman. And so they felt emasculated. So sometimes dumbing down is to save a man's ego. Okay, because these women out here, a lot of them have like several degrees. They are smart, they're experienced, they're able to multitask. A lot of men, and they're creative, and a lot of men don't realize a lot of women have surpassed them intellectually. And so when they're looking for smart women, like if they're looking for smart women, then what they're going to find are women who may be smarter than them or may have to dumb it down so they can get that money. They don't want us to be honest. Exactly. Like, for example, if you're out on a date and some guy's trying to impress you with his knowledge and he's talking about a topic or a subject or whatever, and you know 10 times more about it than he does, and he's made about 5 mistakes while explaining it, you can't jump in and correct him and tell him that he's wrong and that this is that way. And you don't know where he learned this from, but it's sadly mistaken. You can't do that, because you're going to diminish his ego and he's going to feel like he can't impress you anymore. So you let him stay wrong. You laugh inside and be like, I got another dumb one. So, but they sound like they know what they're talking about. So you just let him get away with it. I'm like, okay. Let him think he's the expert. Exactly. So you have to play dumb and you're married to, yeah. Nerds go psycho shooting sprees when they are hurt. What you think smart women do? Except they get away with it. Sprinkle. Nurse Atty, sprinkle. You are on study break, but yay, you're live. Can't wait to add this video. Okay, sprinkle girl. Appreciate you, girl. Not all nerds go crazy. That's being stereotypical. How can you stop feeling like a child when you talk to men? Why are you asking me all these questions? Maybe you still have a child's mentality. Sprinkle. Maybe you need to grow up. And I don't know how old you are, but if you still feel shy like a child, go grow up, baby. Sprinkle. Go get you some life experience. Go read a book. Go watch a bunch of movies with older women in it. Go get you some advice from an older woman. Like, you can't keep asking me the same questions about being a child and being, scared of everything in this world. Go out into the world and get you some experience. Go out into the world and live. Go out. And you can't do that, go watch some TV that will get you into the experience of not being the way you are if you don't want to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you just need to do it because, like, learn about what it is you're trying to become. You learn what it is you're trying to become. It should be easy. Fake it till you make it. There you go. All right. Yeah, if you're too scared to do anything, then go back into your house until you're ready. Because I feel like a lot of women, they're just too scared. They're scared of themselves. They pass by a mirror and jump. What you doing? If you want it, go get it. That's how you have to be. Make up your mind and go do it. Go get what you want in this world. That's what you have to do. If you can't, then it's your fault. Okay. All right. So you got to be smart. And I remember, like, if you were playing a game, or if you were in some type of competition or trivia with a man, you sadly, as a woman, you have to let them win. Even though you know all the answers, you can beat them with your eyes closed or whatever. You got to let them win because they feel like if they don't win, they're not masculine enough for you. And you're going to look at them as the loser and you're the brains of the operation, and you're not going to see them as a man. So you got to let them win even though you know you can win. um don't compete with men, exactly, not if you want their money. If a woman is that scared she doesn't want the lust, okay, yeah, I think people grow out of that fear eventually, and it's just going to take the right person to get them out of that fear, or the right situation. You say, here come the dust. I don't know, some dust up in here. Okay. Okay. Break out the Swiffer and Dyson. The dust. I don't see anybody dust in here unless they're blocked. How do you deal with living with a man? I find they always do things that disgust me, like make big mess, leave toilet seat up. Um, Make sure what they're doing financially trumps all of that. You know what I'm saying? So unless if they're not paying for all the bills and having you in nice surroundings, I wouldn't put up with it. But hopefully, like, if you want to teach them a lesson, just like start throwing all their crap on top of their desk or the bed or the kitchen counter or something like that. Um, Sometimes you have to teach men how to do that. Just put it up there. Like, you left your dirty socks and drawers over here. Here you go. Uh-huh. You said you like, okay. So if you're OCD, it's going to be hard. You're just going to have to stop caring. Like, if you want to live with another person, your OCD going to have to go on vacation for a long time and never come back. Okay. Because unless whoever you're with has OCD, it's not going to work. Or you're going to always be cleaning up behind them because you got OCD. So pick a struggle. Either get rid of the OCD and stop caring, or clean up after that person, or hire a maid. Because it's not going to work. Okay. All right. You said they might need to learn how to live with you as a woman. Exactly. If you just tell them they ain't going to get none, for a week, if you see one more sock on the floor, Use sex, okay? So I'm not giving you none if I have to clean up after you. If I got to tell you to put the toilet seat down this week, if I got to pick up a sock, you ain't getting none. There you go. They're going to be cleaning up then. Why do super smart men never want to have a kept woman? Is it impossible to change their mind? Because I think usually super smart men don't think that a kept woman can be as intellectual as they are. So they think a kept woman is going to be dumb. So that's why I feel that could be the case. But if you prove otherwise, make sure you don't, show that you're smarter than them, then you could be a kept woman. Do you find a man less attractive if overall you are more intelligent than him? Yes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, the sad thing is, when it comes down to it, yes, money is good, looks are okay, but if you stupid, I'm only gonna be able to put up with you for a little while, or not even look at you in a certain way anymore. Like, so for example, if you're not as smart as, like, I'm not gonna feel that attraction because there's nothing there. So it's just gonna be like, okay, well, do your job and that's it. Okay, there you go. It's not gonna be a good, two-way exchange relationship. Mm-hmm. Introvert men will be dull and end up boring, not wanting to go out anywhere. And he'll act weird and stuck up. And then he'll expect sexy time with you. Very annoying. Just tell him to give you the money so you can go out by yourself then. Bet you he'll start going in. So since you don't like going out and taking me out, give me your money. And I'll take myself out to dinner. And I'll see you when I get back. Maybe you'll get some, maybe you won't. Just take their money out, babe. Don't take them. They might like that better. Women in the old days studied art, music, and languages. I guess it wasn't threatening to the men. No, because everyone did. But now, people study how to, do certain things that don't really add up, you know, to intellectual conversation. So perhaps maybe women should study and read more, or at least, have some type of culture. I don't know. Hmm. I would say get something that you are interested in, and learn about that, and use it as a way to measure someone's intelligence. Just pick something common, but still, challenging. What's your best advice to get over somebody without being mean or guarded to the next person? I feel like once that person is out of your life, then you have moved on. And to the next person that you're with, hopefully they will not be like the last person, so that you aren't trying to compare the two. So maybe don't date someone totally different. Hmm. Someone asked if she will regrets marrying an older man. She said that she's not happy with her much older husband. I can be lonely being with someone from a whole other generation. No, I did say that I don't regret marrying anybody older. I didn't say that. I said that sometimes because there's an age gap, there is not a lot in common. But I never regret it. Okay, because when that insurance hit, I won't be regretting nothing. You got to remember that people try to take my words and twist them and manipulate them, but I don't regret anything that I've done because it's gotten me exactly where I am today. It's gotten me the knowledge that I have, the intelligence that I have, my children, my lifestyle. So I have no regrets. The only thing I can say to you is that um, there's less in common with an older person because you are from so many different, like, I'm about 3 generations away So it's not like you're going to have more in common, but the only thing that is in common is that these bills are paid, this lifestyle is had, and there will be money going to the children and making the next generation better. But I do agree that if you're going to date someone serious, make sure they have the financial intelligence of an older person and the financial security of someone more mature. Otherwise, you're going to be helping them struggling and wondering why. A lot of times you think you're with the wrong person or they're less mature than what you wanted them to be. So it's kind of a struggle. But at the same time, you can mentally outgrow anybody, even if you are a lot younger. Okay? Being married to someone your own age will likely being married to your son. Exactly. I can't do it. Like if I had to choose all over again, if I would still choose an older man. I can't go young now. Now that I know. Even if it means that I don't have a lot in common with that person. I'm not going to sacrifice the good that comes from being with somebody older. Okay. Yeah, I'm focused on a mission, not fairy tales. Exactly. Like if you want a fairy tale, let me tell you something about fairy tales. I have seen so many women get married, pick the perfect dress, have the most expensive wedding, and then their marriage didn't last very long. They were still paying for their marriage while they was getting divorced. They're still paying for their wedding while they were getting divorced. They went in debt for a stupid wedding. And the fairy tale ended up being the same thing. And it always is fake. So that's why I say women should marry for a purpose, not for the fairy tale, because you can make a fairy tale, but you can't depend on that to last forever. But most of the time, you have a plan and you marry for another reason, then a lot of stuff aren't deal breakers. A lot of things that people do are not deal breakers. And so you're not devastated when your Prince Charming winds up with some other chick and whatever. You're not trying to get divorced over that. You're like, you know what, I don't care. Pay these bills. I'm living in this nice castle and I got this nice car. I don't care what you do because I'm doing it too. That's probably more close to reality than any fairy tale. And ask any woman, they will tell you. Ask any married woman, ask anyone who's been in a long-term relationship with a man solely for finance, and they will tell you that's how it is. All right. And being smart also means being in control of your emotions. If they can easily push your buttons or get you emotional about certain things, they can also measure your intelligence by how you allow things to affect you before you think and before you react. So that's another one. People measure other people's intelligence by how they react to certain things. Are you an emotional person? Are you a logical person? Do you sit and think, or do you just act a fool? So, if a really smart man were to marry someone super dumb and who were led by only their emotions, who didn't learn how to control them, they could risk losing so much more than if they were with a logical, intelligent woman who does not overreact or, react to certain things as an emotional woman would. You have to understand that as well. Mm-hmm. All right. So y'all gotta remember that, baby. Don't rely on emotions and fairy tales. That's for fiction. That's for entertainment. That's for Lifetime. No, not Lifetime. That's for Hallmark Channel. That's not reality. Okay, it's not reality. And the only way you can make it reality is if you create it for yourself. and not depending on another person to play the part of someone else in a fairy tale, but make your own fairy tale. Okay. You said, oh, you plan on getting to your first gala alone? Oh, going. Okay. You plan on researching the speakers and having a story to freestyle with? What else would you do in your shoe? I would look good and make sure I get to talk to as many of them as I can. And whichever one you like the most, and you think that's going to give you the most, that's the one you flock to, or that's the one that you show more interest in. The one that you see is more interested in you, that's who you show more interest in. Because it's going to be easier to get that money. Smile, make eye contact, allow them to come over to you. Don't go over to them. Allow them to come over to you, or a lot of times they will come close to you hoping that you will get an introduction or someone will introduce you. So kind of make friends with like some of the women, and he'll try, if he knows one of them or their husbands, they will try to, he'll try to talk to them if you're standing next to them in order to get an introduction with you, because sometimes that's how they do it. So make sure that you're friendly with a few people that you may think, he will approach, and then you could get that intro. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How to deal with emotions from possible cheating in 304s, 30s, 40s. Girl, he's 67. Let him cheat. He about to hit the grave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look, I'm just being honest. Like after a certain age, they have a bucket list. Okay, let them check off that bucket list. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like if you a certain age, go and get it, baby. You ain't got that much longer left. This might be your last few years. We don't know. Who am I to stop you from doing? That's how. I mean, that's literally how I feel about it. Like if somebody wants to cheat and they that dang old, they must know something we don't. Okay. You got that bucket list. They trying to check it off. All right. Just make sure you leave that money in the insurance and put that will, my name on it. I don't care what you're doing. You that old, you might have already seen the light and woke up and said that I got to go live like Ebenezer Scrooge in the Christmas Carol. You woke up and said I got to go get me some more because I'm about to be out of here soon. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, that's what I would like. I'm not. If you almost 70 and go, I don't care. It's your bucket list. Go do it. All right. So I'm not worried, baby. That's how you have to feel. Like if you 30 something and you worry about a 70 something dude cheating on you, something wrong with you. No. I rounded up. I rounded up the age. Okay. Uh, he said he going to catch a nap, girl. He ain't get to the cheating part. He gonna fall asleep. Okay, if he can make it in between all his appointments and naps. All right. I don't. Talk about men that want women with qualifications, sort of education. Um. Oh, Dee Dee's alchemy. You laughing? If you have a checklist and a requirement in order to date a woman, like if a woman has to have a degree or a certain type of education to date you, um, then that man is dating for a reason. Like, he wants to introduce you to his colleagues, his, his other family, um, who may have education in their background and may think that's what, life is all about. And so he may need you to have that as a backup. But anybody can lie. Anybody can say they got a degree. That's the funny thing. What are they going to go do? Get online and see if you're an alumni of the college or whatever that you said that you graduated from or have, degree from. No, people lie every day. So honestly, I feel that if they value education and, some type of all that in the family, to me, it's because a couple of generations prior, they may have been poor, and they want to ensure that whoever their son or daughter is choosing to possibly marry is on the same mindset as their grandparents or parents were to push education, because they think education is the key to getting rich, which really it's more creativity. I don't think it's really education. I think it's more creativity. But if you are programmed and you are taught that education is the only way, that's what you're going to want for, your son, your daughter, your offspring. So a lot of times it's because a lot of these families maybe were poor 2 generations ago, and they feel that education is some type of honor, which it is, but at the same time, it's not the only way to become intelligent. I definitely feel that you have to think like these people were probably poor 2 generations ago, and they really push education. So that's why they don't want their son bringing home somebody who may, be independently able to make more money than an educated person or a person working in a certain field that they were educated in. But at the same time, that's just what they were told, and it was ingrained, and that's what usually they're going to want for their children. So good luck with that. You can still lie though. Just make up something. I have a degree in communications, which means I'll be talking. I'll be communicating on the phone via Instagram. I work in the field of communications and marketing. I have a degree in communications. What do you do all day? I post on Instagram, online, advertising my stuff, my own business. Okay, you could lie. All right. He says save the smarts for strategy of getting the bag. Exactly. This is why I say, like, if you are really intelligent, if you take your business savvy or whatever you learned in college and applied it towards, getting something out of someone, or getting your way in a relationship, or getting a bag or whatever, I think we should apply all of our knowledge on how to get a job, on how to get, a client to sign, or how to get, people to click on your videos, and take all of that knowledge and put it on how to get this bag. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff can be reinterpreted. A lot of that stuff can be reinterpreted. Yes. Okay. I'm trying to stay on a subject here. Okay. You said book smart doesn't always work. Exactly. You got to have a both common sense, experience, and book smart. I guess that's 3. How to market yourself to high-end market. You don't market yourself. You just are or you not. That's how you do it. Miss Nurse Fancy, sprinkle, sprinkle. You just are or you not. You got to decide when you wake up in the morning. What are you? High market things don't really have to advertise or market themselves. They just are. Take some of the most expensive cars. They don't have commercials. Take some of the most expensive things in the world. They don't have commercials. They don't have to. They just are. People already know. Like, you are. Act like it, walk like it, talk like it. There are even new brands out there that cost as much as the older designer brands that no one may recognize. But they're still, you know, confident enough to put their prices super high for a plain leather bag that costs $10,000. Okay, with no name or description on it. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? So position yourself in your own mind, and others will pick up on that confidence that you have. You know. Um, that's all. All right. See if you have any questions. You have any questions? I'm about to go. If he has a Tesla, does that mean he automatically has money? I don't think so. I think it means he has enough for that car note and maybe that insurance. But that does not guarantee money if a man has a Tesla. It means they could have money or they could be pretending they have money. So you got to see what type of career they have. There you go. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to go have lunch. And I will see y'all on the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.